Good morning to you. Well, we join you here this morning because we wanted to keep you updated on what is going on with this snow. And some of you are saying, snow? It's not snowing in my neighborhood. Well, right here in the city, it is, and it continues. Here are some of our snowfall totals so far that I have received in the ABC7 Weather Center. 7 inches of snow in Pilsen. I just saw somebody jogging right outside our State Street studio window. And right here in the Loop, we have a half foot of snow. Lincoln Park 5.6, Northbrook 5.5, Highwood 4.8, Hyde Park 4.7. And you know what? We are not done. So it is for that reason that the Weather Service just about a half hour ago, maybe a little over a half hour ago, decided to upgrade the advisory for Cook County to a winter storm warning. And that's because of these lake effect bands that are out there. As of right now, this is set to expire at 4 p.m. We'll let you know if they do take that out sooner. So that's why you have this hole right here in the advisory. We still have the winter weather advisory in effect until 6 p.m. in Lake County, up into southeast Wisconsin, and then DuPage County and Point South. Meanwhile, those of you in Indiana, you have this winter weather advisory in effect until midnight, because what's going to happen with this lake effect snow, it is going to start to focus more in northern Indiana, especially later in the afternoon and the evening. We'll look at Futurecast in just a moment. But that system snow from that humongous storm system we've been talking about, blanketing the south, blanketing the northeast into tomorrow, that's pulling away from us. However, wrapping around is that wind that's really coming out of the northeast and is impacting us with lake effect snow. In fact, let's go closer in because you can see these bands. And in fact, I heard from someone up in Wadsworth said he picked up about an inch in just an hour's time, maybe a little less than that. But there you see these bands, and at times when you get under one of these areas that shows the darker blue, you get that burst of something a little heavier. Here is the future radar. So, well, here we go this morning. There we go, 10 a.m., which is right now. There you see that lake effect still at noon, still aiming right toward Chicago. But then as we get through the afternoon into the evening hours, there's more of a shift with that lake effect into northern Indiana. So as we look at visibility, and I look at visibility to assess how heavily it is snowing. So in Gary right now, I'd say we're bordering on light to moderate snow, but where you get Waukegan, O'Hare, Midway, 1 mile visibility, light snow, the thing is, that's at those exact points. Within those points, there may be some visibility dropping to a half mile or less when you get a little burst of that lake effect. So heavy at times, possibly with this lake effect snow, we may get an additional anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of snow on top of what we already have. Now this evening, that lake effect focuses on Indiana, and then tomorrow, our focus is the dangerous and bitter cold as we're looking at those wind chills 20 below or lower. Locally, areas along the lakefront, neighborhoods like Pilsen, where you've already had 7 inches of snow, it's possible you could get up to 10, maybe even a little more, and then over in northern Indiana. But you get far west, there's barely anything. And even in some of our suburbs out in DuPage County, Hinsdale, even down toward Lamont, very little snow that's falling there now. So our low this morning, 5 degrees. It's 12 degrees right now at O'Hare. Some snow falling at O'Hare. Feels like it's 3 below zero. It is 10 in Waukegan, 9 Valparaiso, 11 in Morris, and 6 in Woodstock. Here are some of the wind chills. So we have quite a few that are still below zero. But tonight, it is a cold weather advisory that will go into effect at midnight, stays in effect until noon, and that's for all of us, and that's to account for wind chills. Well, let's take a look at those. So overnight tonight, they are dropping. Tomorrow morning when we see you here at ABC7, yeah, wind chills 20 below and even colder. So as we go through the 7-day, today and tomorrow, we are calling AccuWeather alert days. Today it's for the snow, tomorrow it's for the cold. We don't have a whole lot of warmth in this forecast. We'll have another quick update for you coming up in about a half hour.